So I ran 5 AI YouTube channels for 30 days, and you're about to see exactly how well they did. So in the last 28 days, this channel, Boring History, has made $52,000. Now I do want to preface, this is not my channel. I have access to it because this is actually one of my students' channels, and he's doing really well with this AI channel. Now he started this channel 2 months ago, which gave me the motivation to start a lot of channels similar. So I gave myself a challenge. Come up with 5 AI niches and get them all started at the same time, fully automate them. So this channel right here called Sleepless Crime is one of my channels. And as you can see, I was uploading a ton of Roblox content. And the reason I use this channel is just because it was an age channel. So I just took down all the Roblox videos and started uploading true crime and AI true crime. So these videos are 2 hours long and I'm uploading twice a day. Now the inspiration for this channel was Rotten Mango because Rotten Mango started 2 years ago and her videos get crazy views. Like if you go by latest, she's getting millions of views a video. And I figured, well, she's doing great videos. What if I did the same thing, but instead of uploading twice a week, I uploaded twice a day? And AI is able to do that, so I pretty much recreated her videos with AI. And I uploaded a few videos, 4 videos. They didn't perform how I wanted them to, so I pivoted the niche immediately to something similar. So while I was doing research for Rotten Mango videos, I actually stumbled across a new niche that has thumbnails similar to this and titles similar to this. So if I copy and paste this title into YouTube, I can actually find the channel I copied right here called Raw Immersion Stories, and they started less than 3 months ago. So keep in mind, this channel Sleepless Crime is over a month old now, so at the time, they had started within like 6 weeks, I believe. So as you can see, they have these thumbnails, too brutal for Netflix and whatnot, and because they weren't uploading daily, I just took their idea and did it daily. Now, I do want to show you guys how I'm actually making these videos as well. A little over 2 months ago, I've seen these AI story channels, and I created a tool called TubeGen AI. And working with a developer who is coding for 60 hours a week, we were able to create this and use it for my channels. And this tool was developed specifically for creating YouTube videos. And at this point, this tool can actually create shorts. It can create like 8-minute long videos, 20-minute long videos, 2-hour long videos, really whatever you want. And like I said, I own this tool, but 100% the truth is that I use this tool for every single AI channel that I'm currently running. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly how you can make these videos yourself. And then I'll show you the other 4 channels and show you the results of everything. So just a quick rundown, the idea is you want to copy somebody else's channel. So let's take my channel link here, copy and paste it, and we're going to go into TubeGen. You can press tools, and then you can either type in a sample list of titles, or you could use the channel URL, which is what we got. So I'm going to paste in this channel URL right here and just hit submit. And what this is going to do is this is going to scrape every single title on that channel page and come up with titles similar. For example, we could do female serial killers you've never heard of. So let's press on this. That's a good video idea. And if I was doing a topic-specific video where pretty much everything in the script needed to be 100% factual, you could turn on web search here, or you could select video context and paste in a video about that topic, and it'll just use that video's transcript to teach the AI what the script needs to be about, but it won't copy their video. So we're going to press the style button, create new style, and we could just call this Sleepless Crime. You can select English, German, Spanish, or French. Obviously, this is English. And there's a ton of voices you can choose from, but I use Matt for this channel. Next thing you want to do is just go to the channel you're copying, sort by popular, and just take their most popular videos. Really, you only need 1 YouTube URL here, but you can do up to 6. I'm just going to use 2 for now. And what this is going to do is this is going to get the transcripts of the video and train the AI to copy the exact structure. So it's going to be structured the same, use the same tonality, emotion, etc. So it's going to use the script structure, but create the script based on your title. And then, like I said, you can use web search or video context to give these AI information about the video. Then all you do is create the style. Next thing you do is you select a word count. So for my videos, I do 15,000 words to get that 2-hour time frame. But just for an example, I'll put in 2,000 words, and then we're just going to generate the script. The script is now done. Now that the script's done, you could go in, like change anything if you feel like it. But because I'm confident this is an amazing script, because TubeGen is goated, all you have to do to generate the voiceover is press generate voiceover right here. Now the voiceover is done, and the next part is absolutely crazy because we can now press generate images. So because this is true crime, I'm probably going to select the realistic style, but you have a ton of options to choose from here. And like I said, you can make shorts with this. So you could do 9:16, which is just going to be vertical videos. And for these 2-hour long videos, I typically do around 20 images, but because I did much shorter, we're just going to experiment with 10. And then you just hit generate. And now the images are done. And check it out, it's going to timestamp it for you. So if you press here, it's going to tell you which part of the script it's using for this image. Then you can scroll through, see that all of these images are, following the story pretty much. Now, yes, you can download all of these images by pressing this or download them individually. But the best part is you can actually download them as videos. So let's press download videos, and I'll show you exactly why this option here is a lot more important than you may think. So here's the folder that we got from TubeGen. And as you can see, you have the folder with the images, the videos, and all of the timestamps. So I just dragged in the voiceover, and as you can see, by dragging in the images, they're all just kind of, the set length that Premiere is giving me. Now you can use any editing software, but imagine having to go through and, okay, I go from the first image, 0 minutes to 2:03, right? I have to move all of these images, like over here, and then I have to find where 2:03 is. It'd be around here, and then I gotta move this one, and that would just take so long, especially in some videos. Because if you've ever seen like stick figure storytelling channels, or like why it sucks to be this type of animal, you can actually create those videos with TubeGen. You just do a ton of images. So there'll be a new image every 2-3 seconds, and it's almost like an animation storytelling video. Imagine trying to do that, what I just showed you, for a 700 image video. But with the videos, you can just grab all of these and drag them straight into Premiere. And as you can see, if I zoom out, it perfectly times everything together. So now instead of dragging this image to 2:03, it already finishes at 2:03. And from there, I'll just add in like transitions. And you can personally add whatever you want, but here's what this would look like.
When most people think about serial killers, they picture the household names, Ted Bundy.
And this is how I'm making every single one of these videos. And every 2-hour-long video takes 20 minutes to make, which includes the thumbnail, includes exporting and waiting for all the, image generations and whatnot, which those are very short on TubeGen. But that's all I was doing. That's why I was able to upload 2 videos, and I eventually switched it to 3 videos a day. So if we look at the chart here, I started uploading in the first 4 days, like I said, were kind of that old niche, like the rotten mango. And then immediately when I switched, like by the second day, 2,000 views a day, then 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 12,000. And the reason this is really good is because if I go to the revenue tab here, you can actually see, if I sort, for example, like last 7 days, the RPM is $17. And yes, look, I'll go to settings. I'm talking, not editing. This is USD. Like, as you can see, this is USD. A lot of people, for whatever reason, don't believe this is USD. But a lot of people aren't realizing that these videos are like 2 hours, 43 minutes long, right? If I go to the analytics of this one video, the AVD on this video is 54 minutes. Look at this. So the average person is watching almost an hour. Now, if I go to the editor and I go to like the mid-roll ad slots, these are how the ads are placed by YouTube. Look at this. So they're watching, what, 50 minutes? Look how many. They're watching all of these ads. So, of course, the RPM's that high. But back to this, immediately this channel was a success. It got monetized, what, on June 13th. So since June 13th to July 6th, that's 3 weeks. This has made 3.7K. And yes, it's dying off a little bit. It's at $70 a day now. But it's definitely still profitable, and the best part is, on this day right here, actually, when it made 282, this is when I switched to a VA. So I'm hiring somebody to just do the generations for me, and then I just upload the videos. And I'm paying them just $20 to generate 3 videos for me a day. And considering the AI credits aren't that much with TubeGen, this is at least, like, even on these $70 days, I'm still making like maybe $40 a day. So that's over $1,000 in passive income. But don't worry, I'm currently working on reviving this channel. And this is just one of the 5 channels I wanted to show off. Now, the next channel I was basing off of Mr. Nightmare, which just does scary stories. It's on a channel called Boring Nightmare. So as you can see, I started off with these same like kind of thumbnails and everything, same titles, and they just weren't getting views, right? 140. I was actually uploading this for a good bit. But once again, because this is a brand new channel and has its own search history, because I was watching some Mr. Nightmare videos, I started getting other things recommended to me that were similar. So I just pivoted niches, kind of like the last channel. And this is why this is great. AI is so easy to produce this type of content that if it's not working first like 10 videos, just switch to a similar niche and then you're all good. So I ended up finding this channel here called Legends of the Mountains, and they were doing pretty good, 1 million views on this first video they ever uploaded. But I noticed that they're only doing like 20-minute long videos. They're not even uploading daily. So what I did is I just turned this into 2-hour-long content, started uploading 2 times a day. And just like Sleepless Crime, I eventually upped this to 3 times a day. Same story, I'm using TubeGen for everything. I also have a VA working on this for $20 a day for 3 videos. Almost all of these channels, I'm pretty much running the same thing. So these are fully automated. I promise you I'm putting in less than like 20 minutes of work per day on all of the 5 channels. And by the end of the video, you'll see how much it's making me in total. So this channel started off pretty slow with the Mr. Nightmare videos, and then it peaked. On one day, it got 7,000 views, and then it kind of dropped back down, and then it started slowly climbing back up, went down, climbed back up. This one's actually doing pretty consistent, and it's doing just around $150 a day on average. It got monetized on June 24th, and since then, it's made almost $2,000. So less than 2 weeks of monetization, and it's doing around $150 a day, which this is giving me minimum $100 a day profit on average. So combine the 2 channels that I just showed you, that's already $4K a month in passive income, and could potentially be more if Sleepless Crime regenerates. These are the first two channels I'm showing you, and I'm showing you them because out of all the channels, neither of them are close to the best at all. Now, the next channel I have is called Torture Tales, and this channel, I'll be honest with you, it just is not performing well. This one video I made called 33 Wildest Cults ended up actually getting 8,000 watch hours and was able to get me monetized on this channel. So this channel did get monetized, but it's just because one video blew up. Now, truthfully, the niches here are all over the place. I've tried switching it multiple times. I started with this kind of history niche where I would talk about, executions back in old times. I saw another channel doing it. I can't find it. I just tried looking for it for you guys, but I think it got banned for some reason because it is definitely gone. But if we go to the analytics here, this kind of just shows what I was talking about. I was uploading. It was only getting a few hundred views. And this is actually the channel I spent the most amount of time with. Like, as you can see, I started on June 5th, and it was getting no views for almost 2 weeks. And then it randomly got a bunch of views. So yes, it's made some money. It's made $150. But in this case, I'm still spending like 40 bucks a day on it. So this channel is losing me money, probably $30 a day. I'm still going to try and revive it. But out of the 4K a month, let's subtract 1K. Let's just say we're making 3K a month passively off of 3 channels at the moment. Because I want to be honest with you, sometimes it just doesn't work out. But so far, 3 for 3 channels did get monetized, and 2 of them are profitable. Now, here's another channel I found doing this AI kind of stuff. And once again, they're doing like 20-minute videos about cavemen. And they are uploading daily, but their videos just aren't very long. So I'm like, well, why not take this daily content and upload 3 times a day and make it 2 hours long? So that's exactly what I did. I have this channel called Cave Tales here. And if you're watching this far, guys, I want to preface every channel I'm showing this video, I 100% own. Like, there's no I own 70% or 50%. Like, I'm the sole owner of these channels. I just want to make that clear. And before I show this channel, I just want to say that it is doing really well. But I know you guys might be wondering, well, how are you finding some of these niches? The first 2 channels, I kind of just found old channels. And then I eventually found on my homepage, channels that were doing similar stuff so I could pivot. But this one, right, I found the niche off of the bat, and it was successful off of the bat. So how did I find this? Well, you can just type in a search term into YouTube. Let's say we can type in like history or sleep, whatever you want. And then you're just going to go to the filters here. And I do want to add on, right? This can take time. It could take an hour a day for a few days for you to find a niche. But try, history, sleep. Just type in a bunch of like these sleep channel keywords. And then you're just going to go into the filters on YouTube, right? Press filters right here. And we want to make sure that we're doing duration is over 20 minutes. Next thing you want to do is upload date. You want to do this month, because if the channel's older than a month, it's probably not that great. And then we're just going to sort by view count. And then from here, you just scroll down until you find something. So already I found a history channel that's doing this AI content, but they're just doing it in another language, which this could actually work, right? TubeGen supports other languages, and I actually tried on the Torture Tales channel for a few days to do a German channel, but then I was like, I just don't feel like doing this. So I immediately switched that. But you could do that, right? You could run channels even if you don't understand the language. So if somebody wants to take this, go for it. Just keep in mind, right? English is going to have the highest RPM, followed by German probably. For example, right here, we got the Bible Storyteller. Sort by oldest, and his channel is 1 month old. And look how many views per video he's getting. And he's doing this AI stuff. He's uploading twice a day. Now let's go to Social Blade and paste in his channel here. And we can see how many views he's getting. So in the last 30 days, he has 3.5 million views. 3.5 million divided by 1,000. And let's say he has the same RPM as my channels, which my channels are around $18. That means that this dude is making $63K a month. And he started a month ago. You really think you can't do this? What is special about this dude who's not showing his face? What is special about me who's not showing my face? Guys, this stuff is ridiculously easy, especially when you have a tool like TubeGen. And even the boring history channel I showed in the start, that's my student's channel, he is using TubeGen to do that. And of course, I'm going to market the tool. It's my tool. But I also want to advocate for something that I think is extremely useful, because there's no other tool that can do anything even close. But anyways, that's how you find a niche, guys. It's that easy. This is a great one right here. If anybody wants to copy it, copy it. The niches that I'm showing you that are my channels, most of them are probably too old by now, and they're not that successful, right? You probably want to copy a channel making $60K a month. And I really mean that. If you're doing that, it's not just because I don't want competition, but if you're watching this and you're serious about making money, you should probably copy a channel like this or do your own research. But I know a bunch of people aren't going to listen and just try and copy my niches anyway, and then it won't work, and then they're going to be confused. But now let's go back to the analytics. So I started this channel here, 10 views, 46, 158, 282, 408, 911, 1700. And if I keep going, you can see that it's just going on an uptrend and an uptrend over and over. And even like comparatively to yesterday, it's 570 views at 2 p.m. Yesterday, it was 400 views, right? So today I'm probably going to get even more views than this. and the amount of money it's making is just going up. 40, 100, 121, 150, 172. I honestly think this channel will probably even out at a little over $200 a day. So this channel right here is going to be making $6K a month. And once again, I'm paying a VA $20. And it's not the same person. I have multiple different VAs working for me. On one of the channels, I actually have 2. But yeah, that means that this is probably around $5K a month profit, which puts me at $8,000 a month, completely passive income. And I'm sure you already know because you saw the plaques and whatnot, but these are not my only YouTube channels. I run non-AI YouTube channels that I have to put a little bit more work into. And right now I'm making in total around $50,000 to $100,000 a month, depending on the month. But this stuff is insane because it's completely passive. So I'm actually going to pause on starting new non-AI channels. And right now I'm just going to focus on this because anybody can do this. It's so easy. And, I don't want to miss the opportunity because if you decide, you want to wait even a month from now, maybe it'll be too late. But if you get your channel locked in before then you're set. So we're already at $8K a month passive income. I'm saying less than 3 hours of work a week, right? Maybe less than 10 hours of work a month on my end for the channels I've showed you so far. And that's making me $8K a month. And guys, if you're wondering about the thumbnails as well, I'm literally taking the thumbnails from the competitor channels. I put it into ChatGPT and I just say recreate this. That is actually it. But because I have a dev working 60 hours a week with me on TubeGen, we're actually going to implement our own thumbnail generation that's even better than just using ChatGPT. Because I realized to make TubeGen as good as possible, I just need to do stuff that's going to help me. Because I'm running these channels, whatever's going to help me will probably help other people. That's kind of how I'm going about adding features to the tool. And if you made it this far, by the way, a little secret is there's going to be a referral link for TubeGen in the description that's actually going to give you a discount. Only those watching this far get that secret though. But yeah, this is the 4th channel. And the 5th channel is going to blow your mind. I saved the best for last. I got to admit, I'm one of those guys. I saved the best for last. And guys, please do not be mad at me, but I'm blurring this channel. Hey, give me credit where credit's due. Out of the 5 channels, I showed you 4 completely unfiltered. And that's because I think if you copy those channels, you just won't have success, which is why I was fine with showing them. But this channel is so new and is doing really, really well. So I'm really, really sorry. I just cannot show it because then people would just steal the niche and this one could take my viewership. But like I said, I already showed 4 channels and this one is very similar to the rest, 100% with TubeGen. And I'll probably show this channel in like 3 weeks from now on this channel. But anyways, this channel is a little bit different. I took a different approach where instead of uploading 3 2-hour long videos, I'm uploading 8 20-minute long videos. And as you can see, I have 536,000 views in the last 48 hours on this one channel. So as you can see, it started off like fairly slow, like a few thousand a day. Which, right, because it's much shorter videos compared to 2 hours, the RPM is much lower. The RPM is like $3 on this channel. So a few thousand views isn't anything crazy, but then it goes to 30,000, 40,000. It kind of hovered around there. And that's because when I first started, I was actually only uploading like 4 videos a day. But I wanted to see what happened when I doubled it. And what happened was the very first day I doubled it, it got 100,000 views, then 60. I was like, oh, maybe 100,000 was a good day. Next day it did 296K. I was like, maybe that's a good day, right? Then it went down to 172. Next day, 244K. And as you can see, today is definitely going to be my best view count day. Just look at the views as I'm hovering over them. I'm getting so many views per hour. I think this could be a 400K view day, which, like I said, $3 RPM. If you can do math, you're about to see how good this is when I press the revenue tab, right? This got monetized on June 30th, but it didn't really count because it was like maybe the last 30 minutes of the day. I made 26 cents. Then $37, $269, $185, then $736, $500, then $675, and I think today it's going to make $1,200. And I honestly believe with how this channel is growing, just look at this upwards chart. I think this channel is going to stabilize at $1,000 a day. I really think so. But just to be generous, just so because you guys might say cap, we'll even say $700 a day will be the average. 700 times 30, that's $21,000 a month. Now for the VAs to upload 8 videos a day, I am paying $100 a day. There's 2 of them. And I pay them each $50. And then the AI credits, once again, it's probably around $20. So I'm paying around $120 a day, which yes, that means that the channel costs around 3.6K a month. But right, I started off with like 1 upload a day, then 2, and then 4 once it started doing better, right? I wasn't just going to put that much money up front without seeing proof of concept. But right, this channel is now making me 21K and costing less than 4K. So that's going to be at least 17,000 a month in profit. And that's being conservative, right? If I'm saying that's making only 700 a day, which I think it's doing 1,000 a day, I really think so. So combining everything, off of 5 channels I started, 5 got monetized, 4 of them are profitable. 2 of them make decent profit, one's like profit, and then one's really good profit. So completely passive income, less than 10 hours of work a month, and I'm doing at least $25,000 a month in profit. And if I wanted to, I could pay somebody $1,000 a month to just upload for me and take away that 10 hours, but I just don't want to trust somebody to do all that. And this is all possible because of TubeGen. I swear on everything that there's no way I could do anything without this application, because these videos would take so much longer, the VAs would cost more, and I just would not be willing to spend that much money. And keep in mind, you might be saying, oh, I don't have $3K to spend on a channel a month, right? This channel, if I was uploading once a day, would cost an eighth the cost. This channel would cost like $400 a month max for one video a day. Any other non-AI channel, a video a day would cost you an absurd amount. Imagine somebody get you a 20-minute long script, 20-minute long voiceover and editing. It's just not possible. So that's it. See ya.
Right, so I'm currently at my dashboard on smmshiba.com, and do not get confused by the website names. SMM Shiba and SMM Dodge are actually the same website. So all you have to do once you've created yourself an account here is to go on list, click on this category icon, select, and here you want to select something, basically any option that says from with video. So I'm going to choose this one right here. And this should be already fine. 2014, 2017. Yeah. Now I'm going to click on buy, confirm. And now you can go onto your product orders and you will see this is pending. All right, the order is now completed. This didn't even take 2 minutes. What you want to do now is you want to copy that ID, and we want to be organized, right? Especially if we have multiple channels, you will not find them again. So make sure to save it somewhere.